Man, they really want me to connect and claim for this, eh? Wow. This is just gonna be nothing more than that. Oh, yeah, rate the game, yeah. I'm gonna do that, thank you. Alright, welcome ladies and gentlemen back to a playthrough of Goosebumps Horrortown. This is a continuation from where we left off last time, which was doing this quest line, go to detention, obtain roach salad, and hopefully making our way into getting Marty. But before we do that, I might as well show off some new stuff here. Let me get away with these two areas. So now we got more land. But let's talk about the new mechanic in this game. Right here. This is the fortune teller. And here it is. So when you click on this or here, we get this. This is a fortune teller card. So every day they'll give you a random item. This can be as simple as an event item, or it could be anything you need, but usually it's a good craftable item. So the gimmick here is that you have to choose from one of these cards which one you want for free. So randomly, let's do this one. So I only got 42 XP. Now if I were to give you another chance to unlock it by watching one of these clips, if you still don't get it, then you're gonna have to pay through some of these here. Now what is interesting about this though, if you manage to pick the one that had this item here, then all these cards belong to you. So any of these items that they held or whatnot will be for yours to take, which is a really interesting idea. And then afterwards you have to wait for the next 23 hours before it resets to a new cycle. And yes, before you know, you have to do this every so often. Now they're gonna explain this a little bit more, hopefully, and maybe not have this be broken here, but let's see if I can't read this. Tap a card, reveal its reward, blah blah, for free. Blank your bills to flip over the remaining whatever, and the item is guaranteed every day. So again, they should probably fix this, but then I should note that because I'm playing on an emulator, this could be an emulated problem. So I'm not gonna hold it against them, but you know, just something. Alright, so tip. Bad luck? Don't worry. The fortune teller shuffles the cards every day. That's nice. Alright, so let's now go on to our next little area. The Tavern. This is our new scene that we'll have to unlock, and I believe this is part of the thing. So we need to get a sorrow choker. So before we do that, might as well like the game, join the group, like our Facebook page. I have done that before though. One thing I will note is that for what you probably noticed when it comes to these playthroughs, I've listed all the social media stuff for the company as well as for this game. The best bet to know when there are new updates popping in is to check their Facebook. They're the ones that usually gives you some hints and teasers of what will be coming to the game. So if you're curious on when the next update will be, that's probably your best bet. That's also the same place you can get for prizes and some other stuff there in the same team as well. So we got Marty doing that, and I believe, yeah, we have to do this. Yeah, so we just have to wait for that for 10 minutes. So this might give us enough time to go ahead and explain this area. This is the old tavern scene. Now, as you can see here, this is a new person got added on here, which is Satyr. I kind of showed him off and mentioned him before in the Link Slappy New Year part, as well as the end of the Christmas update. So if you want, you can check that out. But anyways, as you can see here, if we have all these free characters, we'll end up getting like 100% for this. So this works like the thing before. However, this time around, you'll probably notice these characters here are in a different color. That is because these characters represent premium characters here, right? So, for example, Slappy costs money and Satyr will cost money. Now, what's interesting about it is that once you have these characters in your town, they are free to use. So you know how usually they assign you have to pay this much in order to spawn them? Well, for Slappy, you can just get them for free, and there's a 50-50 chance you'll get the Sorrow Chokers. But because we only have these 3 for now, there's a 10% chance, so that our odds are a little bit more crappier in the first place. So these are the characters that will spawn the monsters, our classic monsters, or our town monsters, I should say. And this is the scene that will help spawn them in here, so let's do that. Or right from the get-go, they just go after the first person they see, which is the old man. And then it's just gonna have them do their stuff. I guess Mrs. Dark is on their team now, I guess. I'm not too sure. Also, here's something interesting. While I was looking for some videos, there is something funny I found during this. When I do the stay out of your basement walkthrough, there was something that ended up happening that I didn't pay attention to at first, but then after seeing it, it was just funny. I won't spoil it per se, but when you see it, you'll know. Did I get it? No, I don't think I got it. Yep. Oh, glitch there. No. Okay, so I didn't get it. Ah, it's sucky when the odds. How long? Okay, so it's every an hour and a half. So that's not too bad. You can just do 12, but we're not going to do that for now. Let's see here. I might as well talk about... Oh yeah. This is now opened. However, you'll need Marty in order to get this new quest line. So hopefully when we're done Creature Teacher, we'll move on to the Attack of the Graveyard Ghouls. This is another Goosebumps 2000 book. Lucy and Dustin investigate the cemetery while Marty tries to frighten them. So I'll introduce Marty when we finally get him in the pack, but we need 3,500 coins. So when you first start off this game, it kind of sucks because you have to do a grind and the cost of money is a little bit smaller. But there's a better chance for you to get certain things. So let's do that. I think... Oh. The Annihilator 3000. So that's what it looks like. Interesting. I mean, it says that's what the Annihilator 3000 looks like, but then there's others that look weirder. Alright. Right, so how much more? 6 more minutes. Oh, okay. Alright, how to kill time for 6 minutes while doing this. See, this is the only downside when it comes to playing these games like this. Is it's the long wait times. So, by the looks of it, we just need these 2 things here. And then we could play the event. By the time we're recording this is the last day for this event because it is the 26th in February. So by tomorrow or tonight, the event will be over. And what that means is that the actual icon and whatnot will disappear. And then the characters won't have anything to spawn in. But because there's no characters specifically for this event, I don't think it's going to be too much of a hassle. What will end up happening, though, is that there will be an update rolling out to get rid of this, and then adding new features and having... Again, I'll talk about that when it comes in. For now, you know, just talk about all this stuff here. So, we got the snowman area, which we've talked before. Here's something weird that I've mentioned before, but I've never really paid close attention to. There's this weird house, or mansion, or castle, whatever it is, that's been this looming in the background for such a long time. Yet we have no idea what this is or why it's here. But it's one of those, in the future we'll find out what this place is and maybe, ooh. But for now there's no way we can get access to there. And, yeah. Also there's like this little area right here. I'm not sure what they have planned for this. Also, they have these weird roads. They kind of have an idea what they want to put in here. But for now, it's just temporary. I dislike it when sometimes when it was in the beta that they've rearranged certain items in the town and it caused some problems where the items spawn on top of this, so then it goes into an error like, oh, you can't be here. Also, there's a beach here. I'm wondering if at some point, maybe in the summer, we'll unlock like the Ghost Beach update or maybe Deep Trouble. Because I know that there are certain characters that these guys have made already that have yet to be shown in the game. I think some of the concept art anyways, so they're hiding. So eventually we'll have updates with them at least. So we know that they've done designs for Phantom of the Auditorium. We see that they did something with Secret Agent Grandma. There also was one where they showed off what looks like, I think, from Deep Trouble, Long John, like whatever the pirate is, but they made him into a bone pirate. 3 more minutes? Okay. What else to talk about for 3 more minutes? Right. Talk about books, maybe. Oh, right. Okay, I got one. Today, I believe, was the release of R.L. Stine's new book, which was It's Alive, It's Alive, from Slappy's World, which I believe is the 7th or 8th book in the series. And what's interesting about that is that the reason he actually made a book based on that idea was that because it's like, oh, I didn't realize kids made robots at school, so then I'm like, alright, fine, I'll do this story then. Fun to know. No, I'm not gonna do this too. I'm gonna hold off for that for now. I think the only one you can get is the arcade, right? So I need the building for the arcade. Oh, right, I'm almost getting, oh nice, I'm getting some money by selling stuff, so that's good. Right. I think he also released his first graphic novel, which was, I'm trying to remember what it's called exactly, but, I know they mentioned it in the Goosebumps books. Not the Goosebumps books, but in R.L. Stine's tweets and whatnot. Speaking of R.L. Stine, he's very down to earth, and a lot of people describe him as very dry humor. Like, he's kind of the guy that you talk to, and you don't know if he's being serious or if he's talking like he's telling a joke. He's that kind of guy. And what's interesting about that too is that at some point I remember watching this, and then it's like seeing a commercial for his masterclass for how to write teen young adult writing type of class. And it's weird to say because some of the tips he kind of gives, I haven't even seen this yet. This is only going off the commercials. Maybe at one point I might buy into it just to see how this actually works. But masterclass, basically they pick certain famous people, and they teach you certain tricks of the trade of how to do certain things. So in some cases, like for R.L. Stine, it's how to be a writer. So it gives you class, like each video is a class, so they kind of give you each step, one of them introduction, type of thing like that. And one of the things he mentioned in the trailer, so something like Goosebumps, he's like, well, in order to make writing make sense for kids, you have to make it seem like it's a real world. So there's no guns, no one dies, anything like that. And when you do that, you can do more of the scares. And I'm just like, well, sometimes you don't do that, R.L. Stine. I've had some of the Goosebumps books where characters literally was orphaned or something like that. So I'm like, oh yeah. And then I believe he said when it comes to teens, it's the opposite, where you have to make it so down to earth and real that it's like maybe this could be a possibility. Anyways, I'm done rambling for 10 minutes. Now let's get this item finally. I could just skip it, but nah, I need the money for Slappy. While that chubby child is in detention, I'm gonna grab a salad to accompany dinner. I wonder if Eugene is insect vegetarian. I haven't asked. No, I don't think he is. I think, despite being an insect monster, he eats cockroaches, so you're in the clear. It seems that Mrs. Marr is determined to satisfy Mr. Morkman's appetite. You know what they say, the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. Ha ha ha. You know, I have never seen anyone actually go ahead and do something like that. Tell me how that works out. Because, I don't know if I'm probably in one of the odd cases. I don't really go for that. I hope Dustin has been sitting still. The meat is more tender when it's well rested. Alright, Mr. Williams, you can go now. Dustin? Where has that dratted child gone to? Urgh. Be the best at playing yo-yo. Have an outburst of anger. So we've already seen her having a fit of rage. But just to clarify, here she goes. Being pissed off. Meanwhile, I believe Be the Best at Yo-Yo is an animation. Yeah, it is. So for 6 minutes. So let's just see him being the best at yo-yo. I mean, I wouldn't say that's the best. I mean, that's okay when it comes to doing some yo-yo. But, you know, you need to do some more tricks than just the go up and down and then being able to kind of do it upright. I mean, the upright position maybe is a little impressive, but, you know, the down? Nah. No, you need to impress me, buddy. Alright, what else? No. Oh man, I need stuff to craft and buy. See, this is the problem now when it comes to Let's Play. That's stuff like this. The fact that the grinding and the waiting and the stuff like this, it kind of comes to a halt, which is why the way I was doing the videos, which is post commentary, makes sense for something like this. But as someone requested, they were like, "Oh, maybe you should talk about everything." So I'm like, "All right, I'll do that. I'll do that just for you. I just hope you watch it. You better watch everything you see here, or else, you know, I believe. Oh, okay. So I think this is a new item that just popped in as well. I didn't talk about cardboard pedoscope. 30 minutes. You need this, which is right here, the spyglass binoculars. You need 3 of the pencil cases, and then 3 of the makeup kits, which is Mrs. Dark has to do, so I might as well have her do that then. No, not you. No, not you. 3rd time's a charm. There we go. Also, there was one said to contribute to safety, so I might as well show this off, like I promised. I don't know what she's trying to do. It would make sense if she's in the middle of the road, but you know, there's no cars anywhere in this fictional city or this town, and it seems like she's kind of stopping people from coming. Like, no, don't go in the diner. Come on, move out of the way. Come on, move out of the way. Oh man, this commentary is just so bad. Ooh, cringy. Might as well do this because why not? Man, let's give us the ability for that. Actually, hold on. Was there another way to get this? The beauty store? No. It's a premium, so. Right, did the monster have something new? Well, no, I already talked about the leftover stew. And, actually, you know what? I might as well try to, have Mr. Morton perform animation. Okay. I could probably try to get a leftover stew going. How much does he need, though? Oh yeah, and then this is just like you need to play the barreled pyramid, so no, I'm not gonna do that. Rightio then. Oakley dokley. It's gonna be a while. How much? Oh, so this is the end of the is it the end of the quest line? I think it is. Hold on. Have to wait a few. Yep, yeah, okay, so this is the end. Gotcha. By the way, I should mention this too, just going back, sorry. The picture here for Creature Teacher, this was actually for, I believe, Most Wanted, I believe it's what it is. And that story was a little bit weird because at some point it was like the person who lost in this summer camp game would be the one who what do you call it? Would be the one to get eaten. And I think it ended off with her about to eat this kid. However, he decided to put hot pepper or something spicy. It was something either spicy or it was some sort of like flour or something, you know, something on him. And this gave this Mrs. Marr an allergic reaction of sorts. So basically, it's like, you know, didn't want to eat it anymore. It's like, or else Stine, you goof. One thing I will mention though, if you're a bit of a adult, let's just say, there is a group of people, or there was a podcast I listened to called the Goose Buds, which is like, you know, goose and then buds. So there's that kind of stuff there. I don't know what I will put in here though for now, but I'll make sure to do something there. How much longer? Alright, so you're pretty much done close soon, and you're gonna be done in about 4 minutes. Great. Fantastic. So that will be 5 for the quest. And then that will be 3, so that will be 7 altogether, and then some coins. So I should have, maybe I will have enough to actually get Marty. I doubt it though, because I believe he's needed for, yeah, 350. For 350. This is what this game feels like when you first start. It feels like a grind, but then eventually, once you have a good collection of characters, then it starts to become more fun, I think. So it's like that, you have to get that like initial hub over. You know what, might as well talk about this too. I love that Sater's pawn shop looks like this, and then he has a bunch of junk at the back there. One thing I wanted to point out is this saw blade over here. What's funny about this saw blade is that this always has been here. However, this saw blade is the first ever prize you got for the event, which was the Easter, That's No Easter Bunny event. And as far as this channel is concerned, this was the only event I was not able to actually record, and it was one of those first level testing type of thing during the beta, and then it was released for everyone after once the game was fully out. I think that was in somewhere around June to July. And they've added new features when that, like, I played the first one in the beta, but I didn't play it again. I should have, because they added new content in there, and I'm just like, had I known, it would have been a different story. So I believe he's done now, yep. Okay. But That's No Easter Bunny event. I might as well talk about this while I'm waiting for her for another 3 minutes. So the That's No Easter Bunny event, what was interesting about that was it was based on the Bad Hair Day, and this was the only chance you got to get Amazo, or the Amazing Jack, but then he's called Amazo later on in the story. I believe the story's narrative was that, you know, it'll actually be cool to see this play out again. I'm not sure if they'll do it again for Easter coming up, or they might do something else. We'll just have to wait and see, I guess. If it ever does come back, I will make sure to kind of record it and talk about it. But yeah, Bad Hair Day. The event basically had the Amazing Jack come by, and Dustin's like, oh man, the Amazing Jack is so cool. And he's like, you know, he's fake, right? And then he had this little event area where there's Dustin's magic shop. You had the spawn area, which is like this case of a bunch of magic stuff, and most of it is just giant bunnies. However, one thing I noticed during Casey's Loves Gaming playthrough of looking back at it again, there was a premium monster that looked like a mannequin, like a female assistant mannequin, but I can't clarify it if that's true or not, because it was kind of hard to see. But maybe someone could clarify if this was true, but you know. And then, I guess the spawn area was over here, I guess, and then this was, no, the spawn area was here. Okay, now I'm confused, because usually the event prize is over here, but they changed it for the last few updates to be something like that. But yeah, beforehand the event spawn was here, and then there was just a stage or something like that. Like, they tried to design how the podiums will look, and now they've kind of have it down to a system where it's like, this is the crafting area, this is the event area of either the prize, or in this case it's an animation area, and then this is the spawn area, the limited time spawn area, and then they kind of go into like designing it to make it look interesting. And they usually decorate the place with most of the items you can obtain yourself. And I guess I kind of like that because it gives you this idea of like how you can design your town. Like the way they kind of do it here is kind of cool. You know what? The one thing that they didn't actually have, which I'm disappointed, I might as well mention this right now, is these lights. We don't have these lights at all. That kind of sucks because it looks kind of cool. I'm not sure, I don't think they put this here because it was hard for them to kind of achieve. And I believe these purple bushes, I believe you can actually get them in the shop, but I'm not 100% sure. Alright, is that good? Good. Okay, we're done. Haha, that stupid Mr. Zmar probably thought I was going to stay locked up. As if. It's pleased me no end to see young Dustin Williams defying authority like that. I like it. It somehow reminds me of myself when I was a little skeleton. Haha. Good. Do. There. So we got that. And we got this done. Right? Yep. There we go. And now we have unlocked the Creature Teacher's Epilogue, which is the Appetite for Wisdom statue. This needs 2 yo-yos, or 5 yo-yos. I have 2. 5 of the fingerprint registry. The 5 of the roaches salad, and then 8 of the grocery bags. Right, so that's how you get that. I think the next one we have to do now is going to be this event here, the Attack of the Graveyard Ghouls. So I have to grind myself. Okay. Darn, I don't have enough. Alright, so I think I have to end it here for now. So when we come back, I'll hopefully have enough money to either get Slappy here, or I'll be able to get Marty over here. So until then, thanks for watching. I guess I'll see you next time when I get him. Till then, see ya.